What is going on, you beautiful, beautiful lunatics? We've talked about price action. We've done everything we can to make sure that you're informed, that you know exactly what's going on with this price chart. But Jerome Powell got a little bit crazy. And not only did he give us what we were looking for, which was the opportunity for the liftoff, which is what we talked about yesterday to get that little liftoff. Not only did he give us that, but then he threw in a surprise, which screwed everything up. In the meantime, this is not financial advice. I'm always right.
I'm trying to put money in your pocket, that crypto wallet, that bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast.
And that always right means that I'm always right, except for apparently when I'm telling you what's going to happen with the Luna Classic token in the last day. So this is the announcement time for Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell and his announcement should have pumped the market. Instead, it dumped the market. The reason that it dumped the market is we got the 50 basis points that we were looking for, but along with it, we got the Trojan horse of they're raising the terminal rate to 5.5% instead of 5%, which means that we've got at least one more round that we didn't expect of quantitative tightening and interest rate increase. So that means that we can expect to have a little bit more interest rate in the market to slow down the economy. It's going too fast. So remember what we talked about yesterday when we said that, this going over here kind of invalidates this move, right? And that being said, that the most likely scenario here is that we play out to the upside on this, okay? And then we'll have a quick bounce. We'll test this for support, and then maybe we can test 18 or 20, right? Well, what ended up happening is Jerome Powell gave us the reverse. Now, here's the other thing. When these things tend to happen, that's because the markets are reactionary and they don't really digest this information until the next day. Well, normally we get a crazy little pump that happens and we're wondering like, oh, I guess everything is fine. And the next day we start to dump because the market corrects itself. Well, it's very possible that today the market says, you know what, this is actually what we wanted. And this thing still plays out the same way, going the same direction, because you can already see in the last little while that we've already found our little bottom here, and we're still testing. We're still creating this little spot right here. Now we've broken out of the support lines, as you can see here. There's nothing we can do about that. We've broken out of the support lines because we're trending sideways in the 16.3 range, 16.5 range. So the most likely scenario and the most likely play out is that we continue to move to that upside and that we just kind of break out into this area before we start to make that move. Now, we need to see what happens in the market. The markets are going to wake up, and I think they're going to be pretty good. And we'll have a nice little pump today, but we'll have to see it play out. Anything can spook this market at this point. People are just real crybabies at this point. Real crybabies about everything. So let's see how it plays out. I hope that this plays out the way I'm thinking. Now, as for USTC, I do have an update on this, and I keep expecting to see any moment now this big lift, right? Because this big lift right here this is where they were trying to do it, right? And it just didn't happen. And the market conditions are part of it. But the other part of it is that there's no announcement on USTC. Now, the reason for that is because the Terra Rebels were trying to get funding, and they weren't doing anything until they got funding, because they can't just work for free forever. So Luna Classic proposal to fund the Terra Rebels development has passed quorum. Votes are currently 75% yes, 3.8% no. So that means that we're going to fund these Terra Rebels, and we're going to start getting updates, and you better pack your bag because USTC is going to pump on that news. Now, coming over here, my stake still remains the same. My wallet still, I think it was 400 and something thousand, right? 405,000 the last time we tested this. So we're going to test it one more time and see how we're doing on this Luna Classic swap right now. It's probably not great, right? Probably not great. Yeah, it's down to 307,000. So we don't like that. What we want to see is we want to see a little bit more pump off of USTC and then a little bit more dump on Luna Classic. And then once we see that, then we'll get back into that, because we want 800,000. We want close to 1 million as our swap to make this worthwhile, because it becomes a swap right now. If you just consider 2,700 USTC right now at 2 cents, I mean, you're basically talking about $27. If you flip this over to 1 million LUNC, it's $170. You know what I mean? So it's a good trade. So that's what we want to do. That's what we're trying to work out here. Let's see how it plays out. So, and now you got the playbook. You know what I'm looking for. 57 million in total volume, 970 million market cap. We've lost the billion peg, and I mean, just gonna have to deal with it for right now until they get funded. When they get funded, I'm sure we're gonna start to see some updates. That's gonna be a cool thing. Also, USTC still going back up, but again, the volume is back down to where it normally is, and the market cap is down a little bit. Until we get that update, until we get the information that we really need to see, this is the way that it's going to be. So, but again, a few more days, and we'll have the Terra Rebels funded, and we can start moving back to the business of doing business and making business stuff happen. So that's the update for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified. Make sure that you share me on Twitter with everybody. Let everybody know that this craziest dude is telling you exactly what's going on in this world, and that he's not telling you, oh my God, it's going to play. I'm going to get you with a thumbnail, though. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's getting you with a thumbnail. So I'm going to get you with a thumbnail. This is not financial advice. My name's Bleaves. I am always right. And we'll talk to you again soon.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world.